enjoyed this week's episode, and please like this video, share with your friends and dock mates, and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us get more viewers like you.
Hey y'all, coming at you from my second favorite lazarette. If you've been following along, we've done some core material replacement in this boat, but not a lot. It's been pretty darn solid. This part back here has definitely been the worst. And this all came about because I needed to replace the bolts for the steering system stopper to make sure we don't steer the rudder too far to one side or the other. And I had trouble getting the bolts out, and throughout that extraction process we discovered some pretty wet and soggy balsa core. So the last time I was on the boat, we cut it out. Cut that out there, and then you can see over there. And like I'm poking around with my fingers, and it's pretty dry. Like surprisingly dry. And we're at good core material now. Okay, so we need to make a decision though. And I'm gonna need your help to talk through it. So let me crawl out of here and we'll make that decision together. Okay, so here's my dilemma. The bolts for the steering stop come up through here and here. And this is where we had the trouble side. These came out no problem, but as we were pulling these out, we found very wet core in both of these areas, more so here than here. And as I was digging the core out from this side, and again that's from underneath in this lazarette, I actually dug so far to hit this screw. I think I might have hit this screw too from digging this way. So I have a feeling that these are also leaking. Now can you see my dilemma? We set off to replace 4 bolts. Now we're doing core repair because of what we found. Now, do I take off this aluminum piece here and see what's under it? Now, I'm kind of thinking I should pull this off and see what we got. For 2 main reasons. One, we know there's rotten core here and here for at least, and it's not going to fix itself, right? So we know there's rotten core, it's not going to fix itself. 2, I've never really liked this. There's like a big lip right here. I don't know like if you can see that, but it's like maybe an 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch lip, and water and debris gets stuck in here because as I'm like sweeping out the cockpit or washing out the cockpit, I tend to go this way for back here, and it just gets stuck in there. So I've never really liked that things get stuck in there. I mean, you can even see there's like moss growing in here. So thanks for talking that through. I think I'm gonna pull this off. Whoa. Okay, I made a decision. We're not gonna completely fix back here. Back here meaning all of that. Yes, there's probably wet core under those screws. And yes, it looks a lot worse than it is. But I'm on a deadline. This boat has to move out of this slip in exactly 1 week because we're gonna go do a haul out at the marina, the boatyard. And one of the things on the to-do list to prep for that is install these steering steps, and it wasn't core repair. But we do have some core repair to do, and then we can install the steering stops. So my plan is I just gotta install the steering stops. I can't get too far into it. But what I can do is repair the core, fiberglass it over, you know, drill fill drill for the steering stops, all that stuff, and then add to the to-do list, repair this I don't know, walkway metal trim, whatever that is. And meanwhile, when I put it back, I will make it slightly better. It won't be perfect. It won't be a perfect final install, but we'll still butyl it. We'll get down to, you know, some good material, so it's not all brown and like muddy back there. But yeah, I gotta meet this deadline, and so even though it's not going to be a perfect fix, it's gonna install our steering stops, and it's gonna help us move to the boatyard. So, and that's really what I set out to. Okay, so there's plenty of videos online about how to do core repair, and I'm really liking doing the repair from under the deck where there's access rather than on top of the deck, because there's less decoration and prettiness to do under the deck. Because I'm back here in the lazarette, and you know, while it's painted and we've started brightening it up and stuff, it doesn't have to be perfect back here. So we are going to approach the same from underneath. These wires are going to get in my way, so we'll have to move those temporarily. But that's what we're looking at. So the first thing that I like to do, of course, is take out the rot, dry it out. We've already done that. Next, it's craft time. So just a piece of blank paper and a pen or a pencil. Put your paper up, trace around your outline, or if you can't do that, maybe something to measure where you're doing it. So that way you just have a general idea of, on paper, your trace out for how big your new core material needs to be. And then you can use that same trace out to measure out your fiberglass sheets too, because we have to layer in fiberglass back here. Can't just pop core material in and call it good. We've got to layer in fiberglass. Probably back here, it's not structural. I can actually count the layers. 1, 2, 3. There's 3 layers of fiberglass back here, so we'll probably do the same. All right, we'll get to it.